Thank you for joining us for CNTV. I'm Brad Clonch.
And I'm Quin Tran. An annual celebration is underway at the Chickasaw Cultural Center.
It's an event that celebrates the spring season and pays homage to the Three Sisters.
The Three Sisters are basically corn, beans, and squash. Three Sisters itself is a method of growing. In ancient times, they would have like a mound of soil, and they would plant the corn on it. The corn would get about so high. Then they would have the beans. The beans would use the corn as a trellis to grow on. And down lower on the base, they would plant the squash to become a living mulch. The Three Sisters is one of our most exciting events at the Cultural Center. The village activities are what we really focus on. People are living like they're in the 17th century. There's a lot of activities. They can get in there, they can do some weaving, they can do some beading, archery. So all kinds of activities for grown-ups and kids. The Chickasaw Nation, Governor Anna Tubby, the citizens, even the Cultural Center staff are just really excited and encourage people to come out and just share in our rich culture and tradition that we have to offer.
The Oklahoma Transit Association honors the Chickasaw Nation with its top award, Oklahoma Transit System of the Year. The tribe's program earned the recognition for implementing technology to improve the passenger experience, community involvement, and anti-texting and driving campaign.
This marks the 7th year for the Teata Fisher Chickasaw Nation Employee Art Show. The Division of Arts and Humanities hosted the event, exhibiting the work of talented Chickasaw Nation employees. There were submissions from 47 artists. Art awards were also presented.
It's pretty awesome that as an employee, you can do this on the side, and it's just another great avenue to have.
The art show and awards featured something new this year, the culinary arts. Families are looking forward to this annual event later this month. The Chickasaw Nation will celebrate Youth Arts Month on March 28th. Children and their families get to experience hands-on activities, creative art projects, and more. The festivities will begin at 9 o'clock in the morning, March 28th at the Chickasaw Community Center in Ada. The work of a Chickasaw artist is at a Paris gallery right now.
The unique pieces of art will be on display starting in June. It's art that reflects Dustin Mater's passion for his native heritage. His workspace is small, but this is where Dustin Mater's big ideas come to life.
It's like the greatest therapy in the world. I just put all my emotion, all my feelings into these pieces.
His pieces include paintings shaped by bold colors and carvings etched with patterns to tell an ancient story.
I try to use materials that we would have had relatively. So, I'm using shell, copper, rabbit fur, freshwater pearls, because men and women of antiquity wore just pearls, just rows and rows of them.
The Orenda Art International Gallery in Paris, France, commissioned the Chickasaw artist to recreate 2 of his unique shell pieces. 7 Days, 7 Nights tell the story of time, the day-to-day change. His second piece is called 3 Worlds.
And in the 3 worlds, the piece, it just speaks that all things are interconnected. That we're all interconnected, that everything is connected. Everything is the embodiment of the Creator, and to acknowledge that. And by representing this, it makes the ancestors alive, and the stories alive, and reawakens something that is, it's a blessing to the Southeastern people.
His work is distinctly Southeastern art, and it's celebrated in Chickasaw country and beyond. In recent years, Dustin's designs have been featured from the Pendleton blanket to an exhibit at the Smithsonian. This latest Paris project is an opportunity to continue sharing Chickasaw culture.
By doing these pieces, it shows that, and it encapsulates the sense of pride and love that we have for our culture.
Dustin Mater says he hopes to someday be able to travel to Europe to see his work on display in Paris. For now, he's just excited that it can be shared with others in that part of the world.
Next up for him, the Artesian Arts Festival in May, which is held in Sulphur. He says he's working on something new, a surprise for that festival.
We look forward to sharing more on that. Mark your calendar. The Artesian Arts Festival is set for May 23rd.
Before we leave you, we want to tell you about the wonderful participation for Go Red to raise awareness on heart disease. healthcare professionals put on their best red to show support for heart disease prevention.
These are a few of the snapshots of the staff during the Go Red event taken from the Chickasaw Nation Medical Center in Ada, health clinics in Ardmore, Tishomingo, and Purcell.
We hope you've enjoyed this episode of CNTV.
We'll see you next time.